hero of the mountain. The little fox, Boo-Boo, was very excited. The big contest, Hero of the Mountain, was going to take place the next day. The bravest and most powerful animals and people were going to take part in it. Boo-Boo wanted to see the contest and meet the most famous heroes in the world. He carefully studied the map. The contest would take place high on the mountain, on the grounds of the Owl, Magic and Borin. Boo-Boo was going to have a long trip the next day. That evening, Boo-Boo could not fall asleep till late at night. He was looking at the distant peak, dreaming about the contest. He was eager for the morning to come. In the morning, he woke up early, brushed his teeth, and ate his breakfast quickly. He had a long way to go, so he had a good meal. The breakfast, prepared by his mum, was very delicious. Boo-Boo promised his mum he would be careful and come back before dark, and then he hurried to the mountain. He passed the meadow, walked around the rocky hills, and suddenly, while crossing the river, he heard someone screaming for help. Boo-Boo looked around and saw a beetle who had fallen into the water. The slope of the bank was too steep for the little beetle. He couldn't get out of the river, and he was waving its leg and in panic. Boo-Boo looked around for a float or a stick, but he could not find anything useful. As time was pressing, Boo-Boo sank his tail into the icy water and cried out to the beetle to grab it. In a while, the beetle was lying on the grass, drying off in the sun, exhausted but very happy for being rescued. Boo-Boo was tired as well, but he had no time for rest. He squeezed his tail, which had become heavy with water, and hurried on to the contest. Soon he saw ahead a little bunny crying sadly. It has lost one of its gloves and did not know how to find it. Boo-Boo was in a hurry to get to the contest, but he decided to help the bunny. He lowered his big, sensitive nose to the ground and began sniffing, searching for the bunny's glove. The bunny followed him with hope. In a little while, Boo-Boo found the glove, falling aside the path. Nothing can hide from a fox's nose. The bunny was very happy and, grinning widely, hoped home with its gloves on. Boo-Boo hurried to the mountain. While climbing the steep mountain path, Boo-Boo met 3 firemen ants carrying a new door for the ants observation post located high on the mountain. The ants looked for the forest fires from here. The door was too heavy, and the 3 ants gasped for breath. Boo-Boo decided to help them, though he was already late for the contest. He took the heavy door and, together with the ants, carried it up the mountain. Finally, they reached the observation post of the firemen ants and managed together to fix the door in its right place. The ants sat on the ground, tired and satisfied. Boo-Boo was also tired, but there was no time for rest. He continued up the path, climbing the peak. When he climbed the peak at last, the contest was over. Broken arrows, targets, and swords were spreading all over the peak meadow, but all the heroes has gone. Boo Boo sat sadly on the ground. He so much wanted to see the contest and meet the greatest hero in the world, but he had missed everything. Suddenly, he heard a flap of wings. He looked up and saw the owl magician borrowing a light before him. "Don't be sad, Boo Boo. You did not miss anything so interesting, actually. Look, I have something special for you." And the owl gave Boo Boo a crystal. On it was described, "Hero of the Mountain." It was the highest honor award one could receive for the contest. "But why?" asked the very surprised Boo Boo. "I have not done any great heroic deed. Is there a greater heroic deed than all the small deeds you have done today, small boy? You missed the contest you so much wanted to see. To the help of the beetle, the bunny, and the ants, you are the real hero of the mountain." Boo Boo managed to make it back home before dinner and told his parents what had happened. Everybody at home was pleased and very proud of him. After dinner, Boo Boo went to bed tired and satisfied. He needed a good night's sleep. Maybe tomorrow new great deeds and adventures were waiting for him. The end. Don't forget to subscribe.